Oh, that is the single most vile thing I've seen yet. Oh boy, I get to play Samaru. Anyone else been waiting for a good samurai game for years? Not like those ones, but a real, genuine experience? Well, not only do you get your wish, but you will die 10,000 deaths at the hands of beings far greater than the meager flesh that contains your worthless, trifling soul, you pathetic wretch. Now, as a fair warning, there will be spoilers. I'm not spoiling the entire game, but I'm gonna talk about some of the early boss battles and some of the locations, and also some of the plot, if you can call it that. But before I review this game, I need to get in the spirit of the land of the Red Circle. Hajime! You play as William Adams, a historical figure who is one of the first Western samurai, and not your own character because you don't get to make one. Alright, Nioh, I'll put up with it this time, but he better be important. He's white, but he might as well be Asian because he can speak Japanese without having learned it first, and his bangs have been cut like no white person who's ever lived. As you probably know, this is a Souls-like game, not a Souls game. Because goddammit, Ninja Team, somehow you stole tons of concepts right from those games and faced no legal consequences. Now that's good business. So why are we in a cell? William did something that I don't know what it was and got locked in the Tower of London. The story is about William escaping and going to Japan to kill some guy and get his guardian spirit back. The story will remain inconsequential for most of this game because frankly, I have no goddamn idea who I'm working for, why I'm with them, or what I'm doing. And I don't care if all that info is on cards before every mission because you shouldn't need tiny word walls to make your story coherent. Why even put it there at all? Your story's not good. Don't fucking pretend. The first thing you actually need to know about Nioh is that it's hard. Like, really fucking hard. Whoa, just like my giant dick. You'll probably spend an hour or two in the first level, and maybe more, just dying. You die all the time. You die to blades. You die to blades on sticks. You die to projectile blades on sticks. And sometimes you even die to fucking bullshit. You die so much that I'm actually at peace with it. Look, I think we can all agree that playing a difficult game can be rewarding. Bloodborne, which I'm gonna reference throughout this review, did difficulty way right. Yeah, stuff was frustrating to deal with, until you learned it. Your resources and capabilities were very clear, and you had a lot of opportunities to make mistakes because you could get lots of healing items, not unlike another game that people love, Mega Man X. It was brutal in places and pushed you to a certain limit, but you probably beat it eventually or figured it wasn't for you. Bloodborne is probably the easiest Souls-like game, and mostly because its design is fair. Nowadays, you can get it for $30, and it's quite literally in my personal top 10. Nioh is...
Hey, well, that's cool.
Fun fact, I have half my stat points put into health. Look, Nioh is fair here and there. The opening levels don't have anything too crazy. In fact, the entire first continent was doable. But as soon as I get to the next continent, whap, dead, whap, dead, whap, dead. Mission level is 38, I'm 40 plus, and I'm getting one shot? Sorry, it's not fun. It will never be fun to make a single mistake and get instantly killed for it. And like I said, I got a lot of points invested into health, so why did I bother doing that exactly? Also, if you know about Souls games, you know that you drop all your amassed unspent experience when you die, so you have to go pick it up. Now imagine getting a ton, dying, then dying on the way back because you made one single, solitary, minute, minuscule, insignificant, largely non-existent error in timing and died in one hit. Isn't it great? The combat system's been detailed to death, but I'll recap briefly. There's 3 stances for every weapon, high, middle, and low. I knew that the high was slow and powerful, low was fast and weak, and I don't really need to spell this one out, but what I didn't know, because I probably didn't read it on some on-screen notification somewhere, is that low stance improves your dodge, and mid stance lessens the amount of energy you lose when you block. So if you're gonna block, you want to be in mid stance, and if you want to dodge, you want to be in low stance. That's kind of crucial fucking information. Please post that on the screen in large font. Okay, thanks. Despite my incessant bitching, the combat's sweet. It's a lot to take in, it has an excessive amount of depth, and it rewards you for every skill learned. Learning how to handle different enemies, learning how to change stances mid-combat to mix up your moves, how to incorporate special moves into your fights. Successfully engaging with the combat system is where this game shines, because when it feels like you learned something, you figured it out for yourself, and it looked fucking sick. One thing that makes the combat difficult is the way you recover stamina on the go. After you land an attack, you have to tap a button button at the right time and it'll release a ki pulse, filling up your stamina a bit and letting you continue your attack. I found that this mechanic is useful, but not always ideal because waiting for the perfectly timed ki pulse can actually put you in danger. Seems like kind of an oversight. Like, shouldn't it push enemies back a step or something? For an action that requires a modicum of timing, it's strange that it's not always rewarded. Ki pulsing is also necessary for clearing patches of land afflicted by the yokai realm, or demon realm. You can't recover stamina in these spots, so you have to pulse them away. Normally I'd call this another case of the game arbitrarily trying to kill you for free, which it can feel like sometimes, but it does make you engage with the battlefield, so I think it's fine. The yokai though, they're fucking awesome. They're massive, hideous, interesting, and also... Never mind, I fucking hate them. God, look at this fucking bonobo. Step off the plate! I think Nioh's most questionable inclusion is the item system. Tons of item drops, the ability to use the blacksmith to edit your armor's stats randomly, and endless fucking consumables. Holy God, I don't even know what these do! Look at this shit! And that's the problem. Souls games have done the consumable item thing to the point of convolution, but if you use them, you'll get advantages, and they're basically world-building tools that make a connection between gameplay and setting. And that's okay. But the endless weapon and armor drops that make me have to scroll through menus every once in a while to check for potential upgrades is annoying. It serves no gameplay function. You think Bloodborne would have been better if instead of having a standard set of armor and weapons appear in specific locations, that enemies just exploded into loot? Bloodborne was a consistent experience. Any given playthrough can only have so many alterations, so the difficulty feels intentional. When Nioh has all these items and weapons and stuff gets hard, it makes me think, damn, maybe I'm supposed to be grinding to get better stuff. Maybe I'm supposed to smith my equipment in a certain way. Maybe consumables make or break boss fights. So the mindset of grinding to offset skill is put into me in a game about skillful combat. What? That's like putting loot in Devil May Cry. Compounding the spirit of the grind is the reuse of previous stages. You can complete old stages with different goals, which I get, I really do. It makes more content, but it cheapens the experience if you ask me. I want to consume the level and be done with it, not feel like I have to beat all the extra content just to advance the plot. Can I show some boss clips? I'm only gonna show the first 5, okay? All good? Okay. Look out for his big balls. Oh, I'm chubbing! Ew, it's eyes! Ew! Ew, what the fuck? This one's actually pretty good. Watch out for his hungry hell attack. The bosses are hard, but you can take them. Once you memorize every move they make and learn how to block, I guess Ninja Team took a lesson from Dark Souls and put jump scares everywhere to capitalize on the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. There's ambushes, bats that knock you off cliffs, wheel from hell behind boxes, or my personal favorite, why do you constantly antagonize the player? Bloodborne never did that shit. Ugh, this game. Everything was made to kill you quickly and barely give you the chance to take stock, to think and analyze in the moment. So you just keep bashing your skull against a wall until it works, and even though your head's a mashed up potato smeared on the bricks, at least the wall fell down. That's level design in Nioh. Please don't think this is a bad game. It's a Souls game that takes some steps forward, and I think too many back for my own taste. If you don't have a lot going on in your life, like running a YouTube channel and doing a job on top of it, and you can handle dying about 3 times more in this game than Bloodborne, I highly recommend it. But this game managed to both give and suck the childlike wonder of playing video games out of me in 8 to 10 hours. I think it happened somewhere between the constant ambushes from hidden enemies and the frequent instant deaths and combat fuck-ups. Now I'm wary of it, aware that the levels were made to kill me, that I have to play perfectly, that I gotta pay attention to the minute details and intricacies of the game to enjoy myself. And sometimes I just like to relax and just play a game, especially when I'm working a job and doing YouTube. How do you do that? How do you take a fun experience and make it unfun in a matter of levels? It's a skill. Ninja Team, plus 100 points in ruining the happy fun time. No, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I'm done with this stupid game. Fuck this game. Fuck Ninja Team. Fuck Dark Souls. And most importantly, fuck you! One time when I was playing Warcraft 3 in the like custom map mode or whatever, like you can make your own stuff, I like made a corpse tree, which was like a Trent, and it was like just this giant tree guy who was purple, and he would chuck dead bodies at people and they would explode into blood. It was fucking sick.